Hello everybody and welcome back to BattleTech, where we are waiting until this Shadowhawk finishes up to really compare it to our Trebuchet. So the question is, do we want to just tick forward a couple days, or do we have a contract here that we can run? Or by that I mean, do we want to start traveling? Like, do we have a contract here that we want to run? And the answer is yes, we do. We have an ambush convoy, and we have a recovery and a target acquisition that we could run. So, I think we just go ahead and tick forward 5 days. So let's go ahead and do that. New Flashpoint in a drawer. Oh, okay. We receive a call from Dr. Murad. Commander, the Argo is testing me. I have a negative reading from one of our rotational assembly's coupling joints. If it's not repaired quickly, it'll shut down our grav modules. Our problem joint is near the reactor shielding in a place that's very hard to reach. I can try to patch around it, but I'm not sure that'll work. What I'd prefer to do is have someone go EVA to perform the repair. Partisan has plenty of experience with external ship work, and is ready to attempt the fix. Now, it's a bit risky, and I know how you value your mech warriors. I'd like your call before I authorize the repair. Well, Partisan isn't very trained. He's been on one mission. Or rather, she's been on one mission. And she has killed one vehicle. I think Dr. Murad can borrow her. Later that week, Dr. Murad's voice calmly flows through the speaker on your desk. Partisan did it, Commander, and she's back safe and sound. The Argo did not defeat me. Yet. No lasting consequences. Perfect. So, this new Flashpoint. Is this, the one I think it is? Yup. This one is back. It's going to expire in 180 days. So we're going to head back there when we travel again. And we'll try that a third time. Maybe this time we will not actually fail it. Okay, so let's get our Shadowhawk finished up here. And it is now finished up. And now the question is, do we run the Shadowhawk or the Trebuchet in the missile slot? So we've got an LRM-20 and two LRM-5s, so essentially an LRM-30, we can say. So it's the same number of LRMs, and we've got 4 tons of LRM ammo in both of them. We have a heat sink in the head. So, realistically, this Trebuchet and this Shadowhawk have exactly the same firepower. The Trebuchet is slightly better at melee. They have the same movement. And the Shadowhawk, or rather the Shadowhawk, not the Trebuchet, is slightly better at melee. The Shadowhawk has slightly better durability. 600 armor on the Trebuchet compared to 800 on the Shadowhawk. So yeah, I think we definitely go ahead and strip the Trebuchet. And we run the Shadowhawk in that slot. Okay. So let's get our Jaeger patched up.
I wrapped up that job you asked for, Commander.
And now, let's go ahead and run a contract. Actually, before we do that, I just want to double check our mech warriors and make sure that everybody is as good as they can be. Okay, so Chicken Hound needs to go down guts and piloting.
Yes, Commander.
So we can take her down a point of guts. Perfect.
I'm receiving you.
Diva, I mean, I'd prefer to go down gunnery and piloting for him.
Good to go.
Partisan, I always forget what your specialization was intended to be. Let's see, Razor and Ripsaw are obviously the same thing. Patches and Stick are the same thing. Which means that
Commander?
Partisan would have been intended for the cavalry role? Because Chicken Hound and I are the same thing. Wait,
Commander?
no, Patches, Diva and Stick are the same thing. Partisan is going down the gunnery and guts. Partisan is direct fire support. So a point in gunnery, and then a point in multi-target. Yes.
Mech warrior training complete.
Okay.
Waiting on you, Commander.
And then Patches, we can grab a point of gunnery there. That'll be good.
Training complete.
Waiting for orders.
For Razor, we absolutely grab a point of gunnery.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Good to go.
For Ripsaw, we just leave her where she's at.
Ready for orders.
And same with Stick. Okay. So now the question is, what contract are we going to run? I kind of want to do this ambush convoy. So it's 2.5 skulls. Could get interesting. But there's a lot of good pay there. The Capellan Confederation is going to be very close to going down another rank. We're currently disliked with them. Okay. Well, we'll just have to keep an eye on that. Patches in the Jaeger will go there. And I think we are probably going to go ahead... Well, we've got Chicken Hound already. Diva and Stick are basically interchangeable. Diva is slightly worse at Guts and Tactics. And then Razor and Partisan... Or rather, Patches and Partisan. Patches is significantly ahead of Partisan, but isn't really far enough to where we should consider bringing a trainee. And then we've got Ripsaw and Razor. I think we bring Razor just because I want to be able to rain death down upon them. This could potentially be a bit of a difficult mission, so I think we absolutely run this. I'm just double checking what our armament is on this Jaeger. Yeah, this is the one with the dual PPC dual LRM 5. Yeah, we're in a Tundra, so there is that. We could consider stripping off the dual LRM 5 and putting on a couple extra heat sinks. But that would be something for another time. So let's go ahead and deploy this. And I think we're good to go. At least I hope we're good to go. So, this is in a Tundra. We are ambushing a convoy, which means that we could have some potential problems because it is going to be timed. Destroy the supply convoy and escape. Destroy the convoy guards as a secondary. A routine orbital survey of YLS Glory picked up coded transmissions from the surface. Our intelligence experts believe these transmissions came from a well-hidden Capellan facility in this supposedly uninhabited system. Needless to say, the Magistracy of Canopus is not willing to tolerate secret military bases in this region. We need a mercenary company to intercept one of the supply caravans traveling to the secret base. Even if we can't find their facility, we can still starve them out. Our employers don't really have any more legitimate acclaim to this system than anyone else, but they do have the money to hire us, which is a solid argument for ownership. Indeed. Okay.
Interface initiated.
We're tracking multiple units, Commander. That has to be our target. Let's advance and get eyes on. Once we make contact, we need to strike quickly before the convoy escapes. Then proceed to the evac point for pickup. Good luck, Commander. Okay, so this is the evac point then, I would guess.
Let's make snowmen.
This is the convoy here. So they're going to be heading down this direction. And this is the convoy's route. Interesting. We could potentially run up here and hit them up here. But I kind of do like hitting them right in this region here. Not necessarily here, but right around here. We've got a good spot here to set up our fire support, and we can hit them either here in the open or hit them as they cross into here, which would be not as good.
I'm there.
So let's head up this direction.
No sweat.
I'm just going to go ahead and speed up our mechs moving a bit. They're moving a lot of things, apparently. It's interesting that we actually don't have any contacts up here. Yeah, none whatsoever. Okay. Well, the Hunchback and the Hatchetman are just going to run straight this way, pretty much. We'll see if we get any contacts here. And then we'll decide where we want to move our fire support.
Our target is within sensor range.
Oh, okay. They're starting here. And ending here. I gotcha. Okay. Well, this is still fine. We can hit them from here with our mediums down in this area. Yeah, I like it.
On my way.
Okay, let's go. The real question is, what do they have for escorts? And this must be our evac point or something? I don't know. Whatever it is, they're moving a lot. But not very quickly. I want the Hunchback and the Hatchetman to take up position here, I think.
Confirmed.
And then the Jaeger can come up here.
Coordinates received.
That gives us a contact. And the Shadowhawk can come up here. Okay. Entering combat. So they've got a 45-tonner. Blackjack. That's irrelevant. Okay, it is fully maintained. 680 armor. Well, we need to move our Hunchback up this direction, and we're going to have to sprint it. So we're going to go ahead and come up here. There may be additional movements in this phase that we don't see.
Reporting enemy contact.
And indeed there are. That's another 55-tonner. Ooh, really? Hang on a moment. What was that? Mean debuff. That's a little weird. I don't know what that was popping up. It isn't now. That's just a little bit unfortunate that that AC-10 actually hit there with that many evasive pips. Let's go ahead and move the Hatchetman into this cover.
I'm going.
And we are going to use the large lasers to take the evasive pip off of this Blackjack. We do see additional vehicles there. Let's just go ahead and fire on this guy. Nice. Couple of solid hits there. Okay, there's another mech. I don't know if this is a short lance or a full lance, and we don't really know what this mech is other than it's a medium.
Commander.
I'm going to keep our Shadowhawk positioned where she is right now, and we're going to just start wrecking this Blackjack.
Confirmed.
Yeah, that was a lot of damage. Ooh, they've got something moving in phase 2, but I think that's a striker. Yeah, I think that's a striker. I don't think they have a heavy. Okay, let's go ahead and move our Jaeger up a bit. Maybe not that far. Maybe place it right here because of the minimum range.
No need to tell me twice.
And we're going to fire on this Blackjack. Like so.
Take this.
Nice. Very solid hits there. Okay, now their vehicles are moving in. Ooh. 3 PPCs.
Nice try.
Come on, people.
Okay,
Let's make it happen.
so this vehicle needs to die. There's no doubt about that. Let's bring our Hunchback in. I'd like to position here. And we're going to fire the AC-20 on this Blackjack and try to knock it down. We do see the Shadowhawk there. And we don't quite see this vehicle. That's unfortunate. We're going to fire on this Blackjack. Okay. That was pretty solid. I think that's a knockdown.
Critical hit, Commander.
Yeah. Excellent. Okay, pilot injury. And it looks like they're a short lance. We're not going to be too worried about the Shadowhawk yet. I mean, we've got the 40% damage reduction, so we're not too concerned about that.
Commander?
I'm going to go ahead and bring the Hatchetman up over here for 2 evasive pips.
Rolling.
It's not the biggest deal, but we can't really close in to start hitting this guy, and besides, I'd rather be hitting this Blackjack while it's down. We hit this with a single large laser in that center torso, and the Blackjack is just dead.
Bon appetit.
And we did. Oh no, we hit up here. Okay. That's unfortunate. Okay, so this guy jumped. Oh, he's a Hatchetman. Okay. I think the Hatchetman is the next target. Overall, 760 armor on the Shadowhawk versus 520 on the Hatchetman.
Ready for orders.
Razor, finish the Blackjack. It's almost guaranteed to die from this, or at least take a ridiculous amount of damage. Oh yeah, it's totally dead. Excellent.
That's a kill.
Okay. In Phase 2, they're moving that Striker.
So far, so good.
Now, I am concerned about this 80-ton vehicle.
I hear ya.
We don't have LOS on it from anywhere, pretty much. So we're going to have to stay put. I'm not a huge fan of that. And because of the position of the Hatchetman, we're going to have to fire on the Shadowhawk. Or the SRM carrier. Our odds of hitting the SRM carrier are much higher. Our odds of killing the SRM carrier are way higher, and we don't want that thing to close in. I think this is the priority kill. Let's
All
fire.
weapons are go.
Scratch another target.
Excellent.
Knocked out a vehicle.
Okay, so now they're going to move one more vehicle, the 60-tonner here. Okay, that's just a large laser. It's this guy that I'm worried about with the triple PPC.
Ha! Send me a real opponent.
Yeah, it's a Shrek PPC carrier. Oof. I mean, we do have the damage reduction, so we can take that for a couple more rounds. But I think we need to focus on the Shrek right now. So let's go ahead and have our Shadowhawk...
Orders.
Actually,
Commander?
let's close in with our Hatchetman and hit their Shadowhawk.
Acknowledged.
Our Hatchetman is
Locked on.
pretty
Pistol
decent
attack.
in terms of health. And that'll do some damage. He's going to move his Shadowhawk over here and melee our Hunchback. Okay.
Reporting. Serious armor loss.
It's not ideal.
Standing
But we're
by.
going to have our fire support mechs take out the Shrek. So I think the Hunchback,
Waiting
at
for
this
orders.
point, backs off a little bit.
Coordinates received.
And I'm going to go ahead and speed that back off animation. And then let's go ahead and do a precision strike on this Shadowhawk, because I want this AC-20 to hit. And I would like to hit that leg, but we've only got an 18% chance. Can we one-shot him in the center torso? No, we can't. Let's go for the leg. Maybe we get it.
All right.
Okay, we didn't get it. But we did hit it a little bit.
Reporting critical hit.
Now their Hatchetman is going to close in and presumably attack our Hatchetman. Is that a DFA? Oh, okay. He's going to fire. Okay. Could have been a lot
Taking
worse.
some serious hits.
Okay.
Good to go.
So, our Shadowhawk is going to be attacking this Shrek and softening it up for when our Jaeger finishes
On
it. Because that Shrek has to go. Okay, we actually exposed the armor there. Ooh, that was really good, actually. That large laser missed. Okay. Our Jaeger needs to finish off the Trek. That said, I think we can get away with multi-targeting here. If we do A, B on the Shrek, and we just toss a single PPC at this Shadowhawk and everything else at the Shrek, I think the Shrek still dies. Hopefully. Let's do it.
Right, Commander.
Okay, we did miss that, but it removed an evasive pip. Okay, the Shrek is dead. That's great.
Bye-bye.
And then their Striker is going to move. And that's not a huge concern, but he's going to attack our Hatchetman. He actually missed a lot there, which is a surprise. Okay, and now it's a new round. I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here, and next episode we will finish off this battle. See you all then.